Ladies and gentlemen, chess is hard. I've said this many, many times. Uh, there's a lot of times we're in a position we don't really know what to do. We make waiting moves. We make blunders of moves. But the worst feeling in chess is when you trap your queen. I've done it. You've probably done it. And Mr. Ledge has done it too. In fact, I was there to witness it. And now, so will you. Let me take a quick sip. That was refreshing. All right, let's get into it. Oh, whoops. So we get into London. By the way, you're gonna see we 32 moves. It should have probably been about 28, 27. He should have resigned a little quicker. Standard London. Um, so you see, I didn't go here because the pawn will take, obviously. So none of that, none of those shenanigans. He tries to expand on the king side, which is smart because I was castling this way. So I kind of shut it down by stopping knight g4, and that's why I played h3. That was the only reason I played h3. He strikes in the center. I castle. I honestly wasn't respecting him enough fully, if I'm being honest. And then we trade knights and he doubles. And one thing about double pawns is, for one, if I'm keeping pawns connected, it's not as good. And for two, if and I've made this mistake before too, but I only would really go for this if I had a good feeling that they're castling queenside, which a lot of times it kind of happens like that, only because they like to make queen moves, like even queen here. So I'm at the earlier levels of or lower elo, so yeah, they knight moves and shit like that, and I was actually considering just snapping off this knight or forking because here's just a fork. You you know, but I mean you'll get it back, but and all that good jazz. And this is of course after I take, then I go for this fork. Um, so I'm not just down a piece. But I mean, this knight is still hanging, but it would give him time to. So you get the point. Life goes on, and he plays queen here. Queen h4. The reason queen h4 was just not the move is because I already played h3, even though it was for the knight that he ended up trading off. Right, it was for the knight, but it closes off just one more square for the queen, which is already closed off by the knight, by the way. But it closes off just another square, and these pawns are already. You see, it's already tight on the king side. It's just very tight, very sticky. So I'm not laughing at that one. But he then plays um, f6, and they're actually say, oh, because it's a, oh god, I completely missed the brutal fork. This is a brutal fork, and I mean a brutal fork. Like, it's so bad. Evaluation is just saying you have to just push in the center and say, I'm gonna lose the queen, but I'm probably getting you up. I'm probably getting your bishop. But also, yeah, it's just bad. It's just bad. So I completely missed this idea, and instead I took with the bishop like an idiot. But when I seen queen h4, I was, and this is why I'm a horrible chess player. I got tunnel vision, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to trap this queen. Um, and that's what I did. The queen's trapped. No matter where your queen moves, she will die. Let's see. And that is cut off by all three of those pieces. So where's she gonna go? Best move apparently is to just trade her for the bishop, which she does in a way. He checks me and everything, but the queen's trapped. And at least now he has some justification. My pawns are doubled. Instructive, right? Anyways, but he's just down a queen. And this was a simple endgame to convert. Um, well, not really. It wasn't really simple. He kind of made me work for it, to be honest with you. But I slowly traded down, and actually, you're gonna see the eval go down. But this was pretty much completely winning because all of my pieces are pretty much protected. So I start going all in. I'm like, and in chess, we have to remember two rooks, especially if they're not really in the game, because this file's not open. Unlike my rooks, you see the file is open, so all these pieces are under fire. Only thing that's under fire is this pawn, but it's kind of protected and all that good shit. That's why I snapped this knight off, so there's no threat of here because it's defended by the knight. So I have to take with the pawn, and it gets bad if I kind of allow that to go. It snaps me off right there. But here, it's just completely winning. I'm only +1, but when you're playing for the end game, you're not. The eval is gonna kind of falter against you, which is fine. It is what it is. Life goes on. But he just has no threat. He just has no threat, because probably should have played this check, but I would have lost the pawn, and life would have had to go on from there. But I'm like, okay, and I actually just fully allow this, but he, this is really not even losing. You see what I'm saying? It's not really losing because he has to find like the perfect tactic. Now, apparently, it's sacking both rooks. It's sacking both rooks. For what reason, I do not know. Because maybe this is just mate. Okay, King F1 is mate via. Well, it's mate in 9. I don't know how he finds that. Let's see. Well, losing the queen. True. Right. So he probably could have saved the game if he just sacked both of the rooks and went into the endgame. Went into the endgame. Because he would have been up a bishop. But he would have also been down a pawn. And this is just going. It's just a pawn that's gonna go. Like I'm gonna bring my king, and like your bishop. Where is your bishop really gonna go? Or even if it's not this pawn, I'm gonna bring my king. I'm gonna eat this pawn, and this is a full passer. You know what I mean? And this is a stalemate over here, because after like here takes like this is just. It looks like a winning end game, but it's really not a winning end game because you know what I mean. Like it's just not. It's not gonna work. But it's life, so the eval always shows us how short we fall every time. It never fails. You can always count on your engine. But yeah, I mean, it's not much else in this game other than don't trap your queen. Just don't trap your queen. Where does she get trapped at? Oh. Just don't trap it. And it's pretty clear what actually trapped his queen. But hey, what do I know about pawn play? And what do I know about chess? I mean, it's just life, I guess. Get out of here.